Om, Namaste to all. Very happy to meet you in another interesting topic. As I tell in all the videos, whatever knowledge I have gained in my life is only due to my Acharya, Swami Ram Swarupji Yogacharya. He is a philosopher of Vedas, Ashtanga Yogi, and a living legend. He lives in Himachal Pradesh. Now let's go to the topic.
मनुष्य नहीं वे प्रभु वाणी है, आओ लौट चले उस देश जहाँ मुनि वेद सुनाते हैं.
If you see, as per Vedas, which kriya that has to be done after death, Vedas clearly state that as per Yajurveda 39th chapter, the body has to be cremated, burned in the fire, and that's the last karma that is to be done on a dead body. And while doing this process, the havan or the homa or the home agnihotra to be done on the dead body by chanting Ved mantras, as well as by chanting the mantras from the Yajurveda 39th chapter. This is called as Daha Sanskar or Daha Karam. And after this is also mentioned, like in Yajurveda 40/15, the mantra says Basmantang Shariram. At the time of death, this sharir, this body has to be Basmantang, to be burnt and then turned into ashes. And burying the dead body or floating the dead body in water or throwing it in forest for other animals to eat, etc., this is anti-Vedic and this is unscientific as well, because this creates other issues of pollution, environmental pollution, and also creates a lot of germs to be created, which will cause much harmful diseases to all the other human beings. That is why Vedas has advised to burn the dead body. And the procedure to burn the dead body is also the person who is burning the dead body, he has to offer ahuti with ghee, with the clarified butter, and the amount of ghee that is to be used is equivalent to the weight of the dead body. And with this process, the full dead body is fully turned into the 5 elements of matter with which this body is actually made of. And if you see what happens after death, my Guruji has written a beautiful article in the website. You can search in the website vedmandir.com by typing after death. So Yajurveda mantra 3/55 says Devyo Janaha Naha Punaha Manaha Dadatu. That is, by blessings, by the preach and true education of Vedas, may my learned Acharya bless me with the next birth as a human being, so that we may be able to again learn the Vedic knowledge until we attain the moksha. So this is the secret of this Yajurveda mantra 3/55. So this also proves that there is a rebirth. And there is also another natural proof is each and every human being, either it's a small kid or a adult or a animal, each and every living being, they are afraid of death. They will be always trying to save themselves from death. So this also proves that they have experienced something, death, in their previous lives, and this experience of death is inside our mind as a sanskara, and because of this sanskara we are fearing death. And this also proves that the rebirth. And of course Vedas direct from God, the mantra also says the same. So that means we have to adopt the true Vedic spiritual path, and by adopting the true path, then we get the rebirth as a human being. And also Atharvaveda mantra 9/10/16 states that if a human being does pious deeds as mentioned in the Vedas, then he gets the next birth as human being. Otherwise he does not get. He gets the lower birth. That means he gets the body of an animal, he gets the body of a plant, he gets a body of an insect, etc. The mantra says Apang Prangeti Swadhaya Gribhitah Amartayo Martayena Sayonihi Ta Shashwanta Vishuchina Vyanta Nya Nyam Chikuryan Ni Chikurniyam. The soul, according to the good or bad deeds, apangiti means takes the bodies of animals. Apang means lower birth. Take the bodies of animals or birds or insects, etc. or prang. Prang means the bodies of Rishi Munis. The human beings also, the higher class of human beings of Rishi Munis. It's not a division of, as I say, it's not a caste system, but higher class means the person who has done pious deeds in the previous Janma takes the birth of a, or attains the body of a Rishi Muni in the next Janma, and he again does the tapasya, listen Vedas, and then finally he attains salvation. And Swadhya Gribita in this mantra says, duly attached with its own power of taking birth. So it is an automatic power of soul that it takes birth. So that's why there is no, in the Vedas, there is no concept of ghost. There is no concept of angels coming and then whispering something in the, like in other religions, there are certain quotations that angel came, Satan came, other spirit came. This and all is not available in Vedas. Vedas does not believe in unscientific because it is direct from Almighty God. And also, if you see, one more important thing is, there is no deed that is left after the body is burnt. Suppose if I die, my body is burnt. There is no deed left to be done by my children that after 1 year they should do Shraddha for me, they should give food for me, etc. Because the moment I die, after 13 days, I get another mother's womb. If I have done pious deeds as per Vedas, I will get a human birth. Otherwise, I will go into the womb of any animal, mother of any animal, and then I will take the birth of like dog or cat, etc. So that means after in the next birth, I am eating the food with the mouth, which is provided by Almighty God with His grace inside the Garbha of the mother. So in the next birth, I am also already eating food. So if my children is giving me food, how can I eat that? So this is also anti-Vedic and also unscientific. So there is no procedure of Tarpana, Shraddha, etc. in Vedas. And Vishuchina Viyanta, this mantra says the soul and bodies. The soul, today I am living in this soul. After my birth, after my death, I go to another body, which is soul and bodies go far away to different directions. I may get birth in anywhere else. I may not be born again in the same pious land of India. I may born as a dog or cat or human being in another place. This is what the mantra says. And also it says Anyam ni chikyu. And Anyam ni chikyu means ni chikyurn. Some people know about this fact of birth, death, and many who lack the knowledge of Vedas do not know the fact. That is, they know that the body is soul. They don't understand that there is a soul inside this body, and soul takes the birth, whereas the human body is always dead. So the process of death means once the Jivatma, the soul which is residing inside the human body, once it goes out, then it is declared as, and then the body is declared as dead. And also you say in Atharvaveda mantra 8 by 8 by 11, the mantra explains about Yam Dut. Yam means God. Dut means, let's say, like storm or cyclone or flood, earthquake, heavy rains, or other accidents, or other Dut by which the death happens. And also here in this mantra 8 by 8 by 11, the meaning of Yam is also air, minute air, Sutratma Vayu we call in Sanskrit. So Sutratma Vayu, this enters into the human body or any body at the time of death and then takes away the soul. And then it again, after 13 days, it goes into, that soul enters into another mother's womb for taking the next birth. So this is in short about the what is the kriya to be done after death. After the death, we should just burn the dead body with ghee and samagri and do ahuti with Ved mantra. There is no other kriya karam that is left after the death of the human body. And also this mantra says, my Guruji has written the beautiful article which says that after death we, by the natural property of soul by which we take another birth. And Rigveda Mandal 10th, Sukt 135, mantra number 1, 2, 3 says that you have taken the birth to enjoy the benefit, enjoy the karma of the previous janmas, and that is why you have taken birth. And the mantra 4 says that if you attain the feet of a master who is learned of Vedas, yogi, then you will be able to understand the Vedas, implement the Vedas in your life, do yajna, serve the master, serve the parents, and then thereby you may be able to attain salvation. So this is what in short I can say about what happens after death and what is the kriya. I will meet you again with another interesting topic. I request you to subscribe my channel. Namaste. Om.